Hey y'all, this is Adrena Austin and you're listening to the Girl Power Country Hour. I am so excited by today's guest. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, and a guitar goddess. Please welcome Lindsay Ell to the show.
Hey girl, it is so good to be here. Thank you so much for having a show like this. I think it's amazing that you were talking about women in music. I'm honored to be here.
Oh, well, it is a real privilege to have you with us here today, and I know everyone out there is so excited to hear about your new album.
Thank you.
The project, and it just dropped in the UK today at the C2C Festival. How exciting is that?
So exciting. It's been such a wonderful day. I got to wake up this morning, drive to HMV, and walk in to the HMV on Oxford Street and buy my album. It was so exciting,
How
so
does that
crazy.
Feel? Like,
it
oh
feels
my goodness.
Amazing. You know, we re-released the record in the UK because I love country music fans here. Fans here are unlike fans anywhere else in the world. And so we made specific artwork just for the UK release. And I actually love the artwork so much better than the previous artwork for the project. I just feel like this artwork embodies me more. It's so much more authentically like the record. When you flip through the booklet of the album, it shows the guitars I painted. So I painted one guitar for every song on my album, The Project. And when you flip through the booklet of the CD, you can see each guitar that I painted for each song. And so it's just such a cool artistic thing for me. And I'm so excited that it could be because we wanted to re-release the record in the UK.
The art is amazing, and those guitars are amazing. They're so beautiful.
Thank
but
you.
I want to know, how is this album different than music that you've released before, and how did you get to this point?
I feel like working with Mr. Christian Bush over the past year and a half, I've really figured out who I am. You know, it's been, I call the album The Project because it's been like a science project of me discovering my identity. Christian Bush from Sugarland, the duo that we know and love, he's just so brilliant. You know, he's been the artist, he's been the songwriter, he's been the producer, and so he understands so many different sides of the industry that he was really the perfect person for me to work with at this point in my career. I feel like he was able to give me the exact tools that I needed to find the sound of the record I wanted to make, and to finally know that I know who I am and be able to present that version of me to fans is just so remarkable. It's such an incredible feeling. And then to see fans fall in love with this music and get excited about, you know, seeing shows at C2C, and it's just been such an amazing experience. And the thing that really started the whole experience was Christian asking me to record a whole other album. So as pre-production for this record, he sat me down and was like, Lindsay, what's your favorite album of all time? And I was like, well, Christian, that would be Continuum by John Mayer.
Amazing. Love, I nerd out about John Mayer.
I do too.
Room for Squares.
Yes.
I just ruined it, just played
Worn
it so
out,
much. Yeah,
right?
Wore it out. I just love it so much. He is amazing. And I can definitely see some of that influence. You're both amazing, like virtuoso guitar players. And that's one thing that really, for me, when I noticed you, that set you apart from your contemporaries. Because it honestly blew my mind when I saw you just riffing on the guitar, because you don't see that often. Not only are you a singer, you're a songwriter, so you wrote the songs on this album, The Project, but your guitar skills are amazing, and I definitely can hear on some of the songs a little bit of that influence in the guitar with John Mayer. Can you describe, so this has been a journey of self-discovery for you, and how does that manifest in the sound? Can you describe the sound of this album?
Thank you so much for saying that. John Mayer has been such a huge influence of me ever since I started playing guitar. I think it is the way that, you know, John takes some of his bluesy influences, like my bluesy influences, and figures out how to weave that into his writing. You know, John Mayer is one of my favorite songwriters too, because it's just so unique and so different. And I think it was, you know, Christian asking me to re-record my favorite record, which was Continuum. And at the beginning, I was like, why are you asking me to do this crazy thing I don't even understand? But he gave me 3 rules. He said, rule number 1 was that I had 2 weeks to get it all done. Rule number 2 was that I needed to play all the instruments. And rule number 3 was that I needed to do it by myself at the studio, at my studio at the record label. So for the next 2 weeks, I cleared my schedule, 8 a.m. till 3 a.m., and I re-recorded Continuum, a record that I thought I knew. I mean, I'd listened to this thing just like you listen to Room for Squares, like I wore it out. But when you need to recreate Pino Palladino bass parts and Steve Jordan drum parts and recreate them into your own voice, it was just such a discovery process in itself, you know? So at the end of those 2 weeks, I hand over this CD to Christian, and I'm like, Christian, I'm completely blown away. I've learned so much about the way John Mayer plays guitar, about the way he writes his songs, about the way I play guitar and write songs, and most importantly, how I want my record to sound. It was one of the coolest things that I've ever heard a producer ask an artist to do, is take music that you love to listen to, recreate it in your own voice, and then listen to that coming out of the speakers. It made so much sense to me, and really was the thing to like make everything click into gear of, okay, this is how I want my record to sound.
It's genius, really.
It's so crazy, right?
It's
I call
amazing.
Christian sometimes my studio Yoda, because
Yeah,
I feel like
I
he's
love that.
so brilliant. Like
Oh my
he just
gosh.
says things, and I'm like, how does your mind think of these concepts? He's so smart.
Oh my gosh. So for all your fans that are out there, now the U.S. has had the project for a while. Went to number one.
Yes,
which,
it
congratulations!
did.
That's so exciting.
Thank you
I
so
can't
much.
wait for it to do the same thing here in the UK.
Thank you.
But tell our listeners maybe about 3 of your favorite songs on the album, something they have to listen to,
Yeah.
and why.
So, Waiting on You was the song that sort of started the whole record process. It was a song, it's a little bit rock and roll, a little bit blues, a little bit country, pretty much how I see my music. And so it was a song that started like all of the songs we chose to be on the record, and the writing of a lot of the rest of the songs that ended up on the record. So for sure that's an important song.
What's not to like about this new love thing? Midnight kisses, slow dances in the rain. But you got my heart beating fast. Yeah. Where this is going, baby, I can't say. Every time you leave me, I just want you to say. But I gotta know where you stand. Like the dry ground, waiting for the rain to fall down. I'm the July sky, you're a bottle rocket, I'm waiting on you. Like a sailboat, wishing for the wind to blow. Like a fast car, looking for the green to
I feel like stylistically in guitar world, so much of the influence from the Continuum project came out through recording Castle, and lyrically I feel like the song's so important to me because it talks about, as a society, we can get so caught up on buying bigger houses and faster cars and all of these subjective things that don't really matter at the end of the day, compared to remembering how we get to wake up and do what we love every day, and be with people we love and surround ourselves with the good things of life. And so that song means a lot to me on the record.
I could win the lottery tomorrow and still wanna win on a ticket next week. There's always gonna be something better, 'cause the top is never high enough to reach. There's always gonna be more money, more fame, more chances you can take. You forget what you can lose when you only see what you can gain. Even when the sun is shining, we just see the shadow. We wanna win the war so bad, we don't care about the battle. Once you feel the fire, it feels like nothing holds a candle. And even if we had a house up on a hill, I bet we'd want a castle. Yeah, I bet we'd want a castle. So focused on the get to where we're going, we're too blind to see we're right where we need to be. We're never satisfied with living in the moment. We're too anxious to let it happen naturally. There's always gonna be more money, more fame, more chances you can take. You forget what you can lose when you only see what you can gain. Even when the sun is shining, we just see the shadow. We wanna win the war so bad, we don't care about the battle. Once you feel the fire, it feels like nothing holds a candle. And even if we had a house up on a hill, I bet we'd want a castle. I bet we'd want a castle. All we ever do is dream. We think our dreams will be evergreen. There's always gonna be another thing. Even when the sun is shining, we just see the shadow. We wanna win the war so bad, we don't care about the battle. Once you feel the fire, it feels like nothing holds a candle. And even if we had a house up on a hill, I bet we'd want a castle. I bet we'd want a castle.
And I'll say the third song is Space. Space is a song that I was scared to record because I didn't feel like I could sing it. I didn't feel like I could do it justice. And Christian sat me down and he was like, Lindsay, I know a lot of people look at you as a guitar player, but I look at you first and foremost as a singer. And it was through recording Space that I regained confidence in myself as a singer. I feel like recording this album has made me a better guitar player and overall a better artist. You know, I'm not as scared to show my vulnerabilities. And in a way, when I look at my favorite artists, it's those vulnerabilities that make them who they are.
I'm running out of air up here, so far out of your atmosphere. Remember when you were right here, and we'd burn like the sun. Baby, we were so caught up, we couldn't get close enough. Brightest in the sky, baby, you and I so alive. Do you ever think about us? Are you out there with the stars? I hate this space. Floating in the in-between, what we are and what we used to be. Trying not to call you, even though I want to, even though it's killing me. Are you out there with the stars, all alone? Is there someone in your arms? I don't know. You said that you needed, I said that I'd wait, but baby, I hate this space. Oh, come back to me, pull me down like gravity. Ooh, baby, please tell me that you hate this. Tell me you can't take this space. Oh, oh, oh. Are you out there with the stars, all alone? Is there someone in your arms? I don't know. You said that you needed, I said that I'd wait, but baby, I hate this. Oh, screaming at the moon. How the hell am I supposed to be without you? Oh, the world keeps spinning and you just keep living your life without me. And baby, I hate this space. I hate this space.
And it really does, that vulnerability really does show through your music. But I think that's one of the things that makes you so relatable, because
Thank
you're
you.
so cool. And part of that is
Thank you.
because of the comfort that you have in your own skin. And that's
Totally.
the vibe that I get. And
Thank
that is
you.
something that is so magnetic and that also draws people to your talent.
Thank you for saying that. I mean, it's taken me a minute to get there. You know, I feel like when I first moved to Nashville 8 years ago, I felt like I was grasping at straws and I was trying to be everything else I wasn't. And it was only until I figured out that those weren't the right places for me is when I really was able to be like, all right, world, this is who I am. Take it or leave it.
And we will take it. Thank you very
That
much.
is the deal.
Yes. And so now, continue. When is that coming out?
So we are mixing it as we speak right now. I hope it's going to be out in a couple months, so soon.
I cannot wait. Has John Mayer heard it?
He hasn't yet.
How are we going to make this happen?
I have no
He
idea.
needs to hear it, because here's the deal, Lindsay. The two of you both, you're such virtuosos. You both, I've never met him. I'd actually be a bit intimidated, I think. Have you met him?
Right? Funny enough, I have. So I've been to pretty much every John Mayer tour that he's put out because I'm such a fan. And the Nashville shows, whenever he comes to Nashville, I know I'm going to be on the road. So I always try to go to a random city when I have an off day. So I went to go see the tour in Minneapolis last summer. And I got a meet and greet. And so I went to meet him, but I wasn't
Did you
going to
nerd
be...
out?
I was
Did you nerd out?
so nervous. I'm never nervous to meet anybody. And I was so nervous to meet John Mayer, and I wasn't going to be that crazy fan that's like, John, you've inspired me so much to play guitar, and I re-recorded Continuum, and I wasn't going to be like, go on this crazy story. So I basically said hello. I wanted to know what guitar pedal he used in the second solo of Rosie, which is a song of his last record.
Nice.
It's a completely guitar nerd world. And then I said thank you and got out of there. Like I was like in and out.
I prefer Guitar Goddess because that's what I get.
I like
But
that.
Here's the deal. So I just saw online that John Mayer spent like 2 years developing this guitar with some, I don't know the brand, you'll probably know.
PRS,
Do you know
yeah,
okay,
Paul Reed
so
Smith.
Here's the thing. You make beautiful guitars. He designs, and I imagine it must be perfection. So I can see a little segue in there. But
I like it.
The thing is, because of your energy and because you share that musical genius and you run in similar circles, it's only a matter of time. It's going to happen.
Thank
You guys
you.
are going to be on stage one day, like trading riffs or whatever you do. I'm not like
No, that's a good way to put it. Trading riffs. Yep, that's totally what we do. That's totally what we do.
That is going to happen, and I'm calling it here first. So I can't wait to see that happen for you. But
thank you.
one thing I do want to talk to you about, I recently went on vacation in Florida. I'm from Florida.
Awesome.
So I love it. So I was visiting my parents, and I was so disappointed every morning. Well, this was the good part. I went to Dunkin' Donuts because I was like, I miss my Dunkin' Donuts.
Amen.
So
Dunkin' Donuts.
By the way, Manchester, I'm just guessing because you're Canadian, you like Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Manchester has some.
Stop it.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. I know what it means to be away from home and you need that creature comfort.
Yes, I am going to be seeking out a Tim's in Manchester.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
Dunkin' Donuts, my tour manager is obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts. So the minute we can find a Dunkin',
Baker Street.
Seriously?
I know. Anyway,
You have all the answers.
When it comes to coffee, yeah. Anything
Hello.
else in life, the other answers in life, not
He
so
will
good.
be very happy.
Yeah. But while I was driving to Dunkin' Donuts every morning, just to go through the drive-thru, I noticed on country music radio, I only heard 3 women played on the radio all week.
Crazy.
It was really old Taylor Swift. It was Carrie Underwood, and it was you. And I was like, go girl!
That's
I was like,
awesome.
But it broke my heart. So I was like,
Yeah.
why is this happening? Why
crazy.
is this happening, Lindsay, when there's so many talented, amazing female artists out there? Why do you think they're not getting the playtime that they deserve?
You know, it is crazy to look at the chart, the radio chart, and those ratios between male and female are not even. You know, it's a fact. You can look at the chart and just see it's not even close to being even. And I think that every industry is cyclical. And when you look at the past decade, there was a time when there were a lot of females being played on country radio. And so I feel like, although it is not even right now, it is moving in the right direction. I feel like now so more than ever, females are recording great music, and the bar has been raised in terms of quality, and because of that, fans are wanting to seek it out. It's amazing to even look at the lineup of C2C, and it is so female forward, and it makes me excited to look at the lineup and just see how many females are being featured and are headlining and are a part of just the whole face of C2C. It's amazing, and it is encouraging to see festivals and even radio shows and to want to highlight the talent that females have specifically in country music. And so through all of these initiatives, I really hope it's only a matter of time that slowly, cyclically, hopefully in a couple of years, we'll see those ratios start to even out.
There is an amazing amount of talent, this next generation of artists coming out like yourself. Like you said, I think it's that women are on the rise.
Yes.
But what is kind of the temperature in Nashville right now? Because when you are in a competitive industry and there's so many amazingly talented women trying to break forward, you know, in my mind you think, ooh, that could get really mean girls.
Yeah.
But that's not what I see when I see posts from you and some of your contemporaries.
Yeah.
There really does seem to be a culture of empowerment. Am I right in thinking that? What is the vibe right now?
It's kind of crazy because in other genres you would expect that it would be a little bit like Mean Girls. It would be a little bit of a cat fight and it wouldn't be friendly. But the beautiful thing about country music is I honestly feel like we want each other to win. And although like we are all so different, that it's not really competition against each other. It's almost like we're high-fiving each other up to the top. And I truly feel like country music fans want to hear music from women. And it's not saying that only one woman can fill that void. Like, there are just so many female artists speaking about so many different things, and so why can't all of them be played and heard, and fans want to go see their shows. And so the fact that there is such a wide perspective, I think really fosters that environment. And yeah, it's like a community, you know, we're like a family. And I even sell hats at my merch table that say girl power on them, because I'm just
I need
all
one right
about,
now.
I know I need
Where
to get
is
you
it?
one.
I need to go right now. I'll go on my way.
But they're
out.
all about just supporting each other, you know. We're in a family and we're here to lift each other up. And I really feel like in country music that's what it's all about.
Well, Lindsay, thank you so much for your time today. Taking time out of your busy schedule here at the C2C to come speak with us. And I'm so excited about the UK release of the project. And please do enjoy your time in London.
Thank you.
And please come back and see us again.
I will totally come back and see you. Thank you so much for making time for me today. And I'm just honored to be here and part of C2C. And we will see you very soon. Hi, I'm Lindsay Ell, and you're listening to Adrena Austin on the Girl Power Country Hour.